Hi and welcome to Whiskey Shared. In this episode I'll be reviewing Coca-Cola Signature mixers. Right, so for this video I'm trying something a little bit different. Coca-Cola have just launched 4 signature mixers which are a premium mixer for mixing with dark spirits. There's number 1, which is smoky, number 2, which is spicy, number 3, which is herbal, and number 4, which is woody. Each of them have been tailored by well-known mixologists to try and pair the Coke flavour and other natural herbs and flavours to meet the demands of the modern day mixed drinker. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to open each of these and sample a little bit in a glass just to see what they taste like on their own and see if they smell of anything as well. I'm not necessarily sure we'll pick that up, but then I'm going to pair each one of them with a drink, a whiskey, to see how well they go with the flavours of these signature mixers. So onto the mixers. Okay, so let's start with the smoky one, number 1. Let's try it on its own and just see what I pick up. There's like a hint of like germaline, like ointment, but other than that, just smell sugar and sweetness. So let's see what this one tastes like. There's definitely like a natural herby sweetness, but there is an overwhelming sugary, just sugary sweetness. Definitely tastes like Coke. Right, let's try the next one, which is the spicy. I think I can get like hints of ginger. Definitely get like a spicy ginger beer sort of kick with that, but with an overwhelming taste of Coke. Let's try the herbal. Yeah, this one smells of mint, maybe rosemary. Definitely strong mint though. Let's try it on the palate. Yeah, it tastes a little bit like sweet toothpaste. And let's try the last one, which is woody. Just smells like Coke. Yeah, that one tastes like slightly flat Coke. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pair them with different drinks based on what the Coca-Cola website suggests goes well with them. Obviously, you can use these with a range of dark spirits, including tequila, rum, brandy, and cognac. But obviously, I'm pairing it with whiskey to see what it tastes like. I don't normally have mixed drinks. I tend to stick with drinking whiskey neat because I'm still trying to learn stuff about whiskey, but obviously let's see how they go together. Onto the whiskey. Right, for the smoky one, I've paired it with Woodford Reserve Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. I've also added a little bit of ice to cool it down because that's what it suggests on the website. So let's see what it tastes like. Smells sweet and sugary, as you'd expect, being paired with an American whiskey. It's quite interesting. It definitely adds a different dimension. I wouldn't say it's really smoky, but what it does do is it adds a softness to it. Tastes a bit more grown up. Let's have another sip. Yeah, there's almost like a herbal sort of spice to that. Could be the rye whiskey coming through, but yeah, it's quite pleasant. I'd say, given the chance, I'd choose this over a normal Coke to mix with a bourbon. On to the next one. Right, so for the spicy signature mixer, I've blended it with Highland Park 12-year-old. It suggests that the spicy one goes well with a Scotch whisky. So I picked a reasonably bold whisky. So let's see how this one goes with the spicy. I really like that. The hints of ginger that I picked up on the spicy one before have lessened, and there's a really nice woody, oaky character coming through with this spicy Coke mixed with the Highland Park. Let's give it another sip. Yeah, I really like that. It's got a nice level of sweetness. That sort of ginger natural spice is really just sitting in the background. It's almost like there's layers, and the oaky character from the Highland Park with a hint of smoke and a hint of salt. Yeah, really works well with that. Let's get on to the next one. Right, so for the herbal signature mixer, I've blended it with Glenmorangie 10-year-old. It suggests it goes well with a malt Scotch whisky, so I thought I'd pair it with a very well-known single malt Scotch. Let's see how it tastes. So that one's quite interesting. There's definitely that mintiness, that sort of herbal basil, but I think the Scotch gets lost. You can tell there's a little bit of alcohol in there, but I can't really taste the Scotch on that one. Let's give it another go. It's not an unpleasant drink at all. I quite like it. It's probably an acquired taste, but yeah, the Glenmorangie's completely lost. So you can definitely taste the mixer. You can't taste the Scotch with this one. Could be maybe I chose a Scotch that just hasn't got enough character or punch. But when drinks like this are probably mixed in a bar, you won't necessarily have ever so special whiskies paired with it. So nice, but can't really taste it. On to the next one. Okay, for the woody mixer, I've decided to mix it with Jim Beam single barrel. It suggests mixing it with a bourbon. The single barrel is quite oaky and dusty, has that sort of character to it, and it's also 47.5% ABV, so it's quite strong. So maybe the character of the bourbon will push through on this one. So let's try it. That mixer definitely amplifies the character of the Jim Beam. That dustiness, that oakiness, that old wood. It really does that justice. Let's try it again. Yeah, that one really does well with this. If you want to have something like that in a long drink, this mixer really brings through the character. It is like an easier to drink, softer but sweeter version of that drink. Very impressed with that. Isn't necessarily the sort of whiskey I would mix, but if you're giving that to somebody who's not really into high ABV, or maybe is just starting out on whiskey and you're blending it with Coke, that's really good. I do like that. So, what's my verdict? These bottles retail at £1.30. I bought them for £4. They're not bad. It's not necessarily my thing, but occasionally if you've got some friends around and maybe you want to show off the character of some of your drinks in a better way than just mixing them with Coke, because there will always be somebody who wants to mix something with Coke. These can definitely add extra life and extra character to whiskies if you're mixing them with Coke. Would I personally buy them again? Occasionally, but it isn't something I'll be buying regularly. But why not give them a go based on what I've said and the flavours I've picked out. If any of that floats your boat and sounds interesting, why not try it like I did? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and why not subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Sláinte. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.